Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Today we are coloring in Color in Heaven presents Summer 2025. This is the book on Color in Heaven. This does not come with my subscription. So if you are interested in purchasing this magazine, I left the link down below in the description where you can purchase this. It does not come as part of the subscription, so be aware of that. So this is the picture that we have done, and it's called Where the Water Sparkles by Desi George EF. Desi George EF also has an Etsy store online, so if you want to purchase any of her images, you can find them there. I think the name of her store goes Digital Morning, I think it is. I'm not entirely 100% sure, but she used to sell there. I'm not sure if she still sells there. So today we will be. Hello, Michelle. We are coloring the nice summer picture. How have you been doing? I know you've been busy a lot. I just had a very busy week. Next week I'm interviewing for possibly a new job. So let's hope I do well on the interview. So as you can see, this has clownfish. It has a woman. It has water. So we'll probably be doing the clownfish first. Whenever I think of clownfish, I think of what is the Disney movie, Finding Nemo? Hello, Robin. How are you? I've been busy reading. What am I currently reading? I think I'm reading 5 books at the moment. 3 for book clubs, 2 personal ones. What am I currently reading? I am currently reading Becky Lynch, The Man. I'm still reading that. I'm almost done with that. According to my Kindle, I have about 30 minutes left in the book. Then I am reading Court of Mist and Fury. Originally that was for a book club, but they have changed it. I didn't like Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Carrie was an okay book. What happens with books? Oh, really? That's wonderful. So what I do with books I don't like is I put them in a bag and then I donate them to Savers. So that way, Savers is a little thrift store here in California. It's right near my house. They opened one up, so I'm really happy about that. I think of Nemo. So if you ever see a clownfish in real life, they're really tiny. Yes, how did it go? Did you like it, Robin? So this is a deli pencil. This is number 113. They unfortunately do not sell this set of pencils anymore. Well, at least not this. I think, what is this? This was the 72 set. I bought it a long time ago. Now I wish I had bought a second set. I think they only sell a 24 set of these. I was able to find on the internet. But I mean, you could probably, if I really, really wanted to, I probably could find them again. But it would probably. Oh, really? A lot of wonderful things happening. Oh, wow. Out here, it rains, but when it rains out here, it really rains here. Oh, I meant to tell you guys, I have rabbits in my yard, by my back door. They come here and we water the lawn, and the rabbits come, and there's 3 of them. So what they are is like there's 3 of them, and one was a baby. So the size of my hand of one of these. When it started, it was about half the size of my hands, the baby. So I've been watching it, and it's grown really big now. So it's grown, but I always fear for them because out here by where I live, there are coyotes. Yes, there are real coyotes. The first time I ever saw one, I freaked out. And they're big, they're not little. been a little bit of a busy week. You know, I've been doing my own stuff too. So now I need the yellow. I need the green. Yeah, I know because Mermaid just passed, so it may be odd to see a water picture, but I think it's a nice transition from Mermaid into this. And yes, this is a grayscale image, but we're coloring it with pencils. You can color grayscale with pencil. It's just a lot of times that I color it with marker because of the paper. And usually I do grayscale on sheets, not in books, but it's really about that, so. I like grayscale. Some people say they really don't care for it, but I guess it depends on the type of person you are. If you're gonna do that, can you please go in the other room?
Okay.
Sorry, my mother was listening to my phone. So things have been going well, but I do like these magazines. This magazine in particular has a lot of pictures in it. And these are my deli pencils. These are not my Finding the Lost Girl pencils. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do her hair yet blonde. Trying to read the color here. It's not always so easy to read the color here. I think this is marigold. Someone asked me what is the best colored pencils for grayscale. Well, I would say it depends on the paper. I find for paper like this, the harder pencils work on paper like this, like Prismacolor and Holbein's work really well with this paper. Now, if I'm using one of my color books, then I would use markers or like the Color Yeah, which is now going to be out of business. So, you know, I did see the Anna Cole the River book, which I think is a gorgeous, gorgeous book, but people are already complaining because of the tariffs that the book comes up to almost $90, which I think is insane. $90 for a coloring book is a little high. So I don't know who would pay $90 for a coloring book. Mm. You bought the book, so. And remember, Robin, what Dee Dee always says, you are the boss of your coloring book. And Color in Heaven did something really cool with the Japanese mythology special. I wish they had done this with the mermaid issue. Once the new book comes out, you can now download a digital copy of the coloring book that you have in print. See, I'm just coloring it simply, and you already see the differences in the shade. And that's one thing Grayscale does very well. Is that they do the shading for you. You don't have to worry about the coloring. And this color is called Marigold. So how many of us have finished? I was talking before, Robin. You probably missed it about what I was reading. I am almost done with Becky Lynch's book, The Man. I have about, according to my Kindle, about 30 minutes left on that book, reading speed-wise. Then I was reading for book club Akatar, the second book, Court of Mist and Fury, but they're going to change the books to something called Drum by Meg Smithereen. So that's probably in it. I haven't gotten the book yet. And then for book club, I'm reading the 3 books I'm reading for book club. For the horror book club this upcoming month, it is called Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle. Then I'm reading for my fantasy book club. Oh, Kennedy Ryan. I'm not really familiar with her. Then I'm reading Trisha, The Darkness Within Us, Her by Trisha Levinser for my fantasy book club this month. Then I'm reading for the romantasy book club, the new book by Rachel Gillick, The Night and the Moth. So those are the 5 books I'm reading. So I don't know what the next 3 books are for the series. So my other clubs, I'm pretty much have the next 2 months in there. So for horror club, the next 2 books will be after Bury Your Gaze or Interview with the Vampire. And then Hell House by Richard Matheson. Now, for those of you who don't know what Richard Matheson is famous for, he's famous for the book that Will Smith adapted to TV. Oh, I don't know those people. Are those people contemporary romance? So the next fantasy books are probably going to be Thrum. What's the other one that we did? Yeah, Thrum. So I don't know. It all depends on what everything is. And also, I'm going to be interviewing on Tuesday for a new job. So I got an interview, but it's in Newport Beach, which is a little bit away, but. I've never read those. I've never read a Christian mystery suspense novel. Um, I do have the new Emily Henry book, Big Beautiful Life. Now we'll do skin tone. Oh, I need to make that green too. I missed out on that. So the reason why I want to do skin tone is because then it's going to kind of take away a little bit of me having to do so much blue in it. As you can see, I put a little sticky so I would know what to color. But this book is really nice, actually. I like it almost as much as the spring one. Some of you may have seen a picture I did already in this one, and this is for our Color Your Horde book, which I love this picture very much. It's by the same illustrator. As some of you know, I have a thing for portraits. I wasn't always a portrait person, believe it or not. So then I do white. I color in the round way, so I also engage the super chats. I also have the when I think of clownfish, I always think of Finding Nemo, which I love that movie. I think that movie is so good. Last night they had the Lion King on again, the animated one. I did actually see the live action version of it. So we put down the white whole body. Black Widows. Yes, we have our Black Widows. Certain pencils work well on certain paper, and other pencils do not work well. I do not know why. There's something about someone called it a resistance factor. This is called brown fog. So then we put brown fog in, which is a skin tone light, number 21. And then I have Merc. Now, I use a couple of different pencils in combination with each other because they end up looking really good next to each other. This is Merc. Usually I would do the water first, but I think because there's so much skin here, I don't think I have any choice but to do skin first on this picture. Skin is what takes the longest time, I sometimes feel. And I also like to do different combinations and play with my pencils with each other. I think this girl might come out a little darker skinned. Now we're gonna go to my Prismas. Yeah, I know, so next month's books are probably gonna be, after Bury Your Case, it's gonna be Interview with the Vampire. And then probably The Rum by Meg Smithering, which is getting rave reviews from a lot of people on TikTok. And this one is called Candy. This is also from the Monarch set, which is like the And now with pencils, you can do a lot of layers. Sometimes with markers, you can't do as many layers. I find on some paper I cannot do more than 4 layers with markers when I do tone on them. And that depends on paper. Sometimes I can do up to 5. But most times I can't do more than 4 with markers. Maybe 5 if the paper is really thick. I'll tell you right now, the company that has really good blenders is what are they? This one pencil company that I really like, but I don't use them too much, is my Rembrandt's Lyras, my Lyra Rembrandts. Those are nice pencils. I should use them in a stream at some point. You know. Someone asked me one time, would you ever consider showing all your PDFs that I have finished? And I said, maybe. But that would be a very long stream to show over what I've colored. So. Salmon pink. I like salmon pink. Sometimes I just like to add a little makeup. And you see I'm going light here. With the skin tone. I mean, other people can, my whole thing is I go light to dark. Some people go dark to light. But my philosophy is build my color, build my shade in as I go along. You can see we've already started coloring it in a way. So what is everybody else working on for June? I know July is Christmas in July, which is always a fun month. You know, I think May was actually a really fun month because I got to color mermaids. So that's always a lot of fun to color. I think I'm going to do the final thing for the skin, which is the light peach. seem to be slowing down in my coloring, and my priority is looking for a job right now, Robin. And a good paying one. One of my priorities is looking for a good job. I want full time. Really? Sorry to hear that you're having that problem, Robin. I want a full-time job with benefits. Some of you may not have been aware of this. Also, I was having some pain in my hands after last month, so that's another reason why I didn't stream for a while, because it was like really, thank you, Robin. I hope so too. But, I might have to go a little farther than I would have liked to have gone, because in my immediate area, it's not so easy to get full-time work, so it looks like right now I'm being, I'm having to go outside my immediate area, so. But I'll figure out my transportation later on, so. Then we're done with our and now you see that the picture comes out much better that way. So now we need the brown. See, I feel like it's actually one of the best pencils for skin tones, and honest to God, I would say, if I had to make an estimation about who has the best skin tones, really it's Prisma. For me personally, I would think Prisma and Black Widows are the best ones for skin tones. I mean, there are others out there that you could use, but that's what I really like. This is called Cinnamon, and this is my little Prismas. This is my not Prisma Holbeins. Now, I did not put a link down for the Holbein pencils because they are very, very expensive now with the import taxes, with the tariffs stuff. I don't really feel it's fair to put that link up because there are some people who really cannot afford those. So thank you guys. I really hope so. Okay, this is the Deli pencil. This is the the Holbein pencil, and this is Aqua. Now I need to sharpen it. Aqua pencils. I used up a lot of blues. I felt like last month I used a lot of blues. Some people might say, well, this picture kind of could be considered a mermaid picture, but there's no tail technically. I've only finished one coloring book this year, so I still consider that a victory. So since I picked up reading again, it's kind of been interesting. It's kind of weird in a way because the genre has changed from when I first did it. What I kind of like about this is the way the pictures evolves. I knew I was going to do this, but I kind of feel like the picture is really nice, actually. The colors come out like really popping. This might be a very short stream, so. Because all we have left to do is the bottom now. And this is the deli. I feel like the bottom should be darker than the lighter. I mean, you could make it all the same. Now, I could color the ocean like that, but I just think the skin tone looks fine without it. I really like that we've changed seasons now. It seems a little weird in a way, but it also seems like a lot more fun when we change seasons. Because then you get to do different things. Why does it never fail? No matter which house I am in, There's always sirens and fire trucks. Yeah, on occasion where I live is right behind one of the main roads, so we do get that from occasion to. Sometimes my streams are short, sometimes they're very long. So, oh God, I pray not to. Don't joke about that, Michelle. That's actually not funny in this country right now. That's kind of not a good thing right now. With the way I sit with immigrations and customs authority, don't even joke about that. That's not funny. That's so. What did we use on this today? We used Holbein's, Prismas, Black Widows, and my Deli 72. Note to the people who made the original Deli 72, please put that back in stock. I love these pencils very much. I really would like it if you could reissue the set if possible. So I like these girls when I do them. They have a lot of fun. So would you guys be interested in seeing a stream with my PDFs that I've colored over the years, or no? Thank you, Michelle. Anyway, this is probably going to be the end of the stream, but I want to thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. So for the skin tone, we used the Black Widows, Holbeins, and Prismas, which I really find fun. I love these little clownfish very, very much. The clownfish are what sold me on this picture. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this stream, and remember, everybody stay healthy, stay safe, be good to your neighbors, and give this video a thumbs up. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everybody.